Good morning, everyone. A good Erev Shabbos, and we're going to learn a message of Bitachon from this week's Parshas Vayeitzei. Yaakov Avinu has his famous dream, goes to sleep. In his dream, he sees a ladder that is mutzav arza, that the feet are on the ground, but the roisha yagia shemaima, the head of that ladder is in the heavens. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu is Ayman Alav, Hashem is standing over him, and he tells him the following words. V'hine anochi imach, I am going to be with you. Ushmarticha, I will guard you. B'chol asher telech, wherever you go. V'ashivoisicha el ha'adam ha'azais, you will return to this land, to Eretz Yisrael. Kilo azavcha ad asher imasisi, I'm not going to abandon you. I will not leave you. Like I did, es asher dibarti lach, I'm going to do for you as I have spoken. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu promises Yaakov Avinu, you're going to go into the house of Lavan. You're going to go look for yourself for a wife. Who knows how long you're going to get stuck there. But you have nothing to worry about, Yaakov Avinu. I'm promising you, I'm going to guard you. I will protect you. I'm going to be together with you. That's a good promise when HaKadosh Baruch himself comes and gives you a haftacha. He gives you with certainty that you're going to be protected and taken care of. Yaakov Avinu wakes up from his sleep. He's amazed by the power of the chaloim, of the dream that he had. And it says the following, Vayidar Yaakov neder lemor. Yaakov Avinu made a neder, a vow. And he said, Im Elokim imadi, if Hashem will be with me, Ushmarani baderech hazeh, and guards me on this way, Asher anoichi hoylech, that I'm going in, V'nosan li lechem lechol ubeged li'ilbosh, he gives me bread to eat and clothing to wear, V'shafti v'sholem el beis avi, and I return to my father's house in peace. V'yashem li lokim, and Hashem will be with me for a God. So then I will go trustworthy and faithful, says Yaakov Avinu. And he makes a monument over here and consecrates it to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ask the Klei Yakar, didn't HaKadosh Baruch Hu just promise Yaakov Avinu that he's going to be with him, he's going to guard him, he's going to make sure that all of his travels are safe? He'll go into the house of love and he'll come out of the house of love and he's going to return to his father's land. Why is Yaakov Avinu saying, I'm only going to go on this mission and this journey if HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to be with me, if HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to protect my steps, and if I'm going to return to my father's house? That's exactly what HaKadosh Baruch Hu promised Yaakov Avinu that he's going to do. Now says the Klei Yakar, his beautiful and his famous words, and that is that Chalila Loimar, God forbid to say, Yaakov Masupik b'Havtachas Hashem Yisbarach, that Yaakov Avinu was in doubt about the promise that Hashem made for him. Of course, he's a Beiteach b'Hashem. He trusts in the Ribbono Shel Olam. He believes that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is able to do whatever his word is. And if Hashem promised, Yaakov, you're going to go into the house of love and you're going to go into the foreign land, there's going to be pitfalls and perilous things that will take place, you have nothing to worry about. At the end of the day, after all is said and done, you're going to emerge unscathed. You're going to return to Eretz Yisrael, and you're going to build all of Klal Yisrael. Chas v'chalila, God forbid to say that Yaakov Avinu didn't have bitachon in that promise of Hashem. But what Yaakov Avinu was asking was something else. And he said, I know I'm going into the house of Lavan. And Lavan is a rush, he's a wicked man. And there's a lot of hashpah, there's a lot of impact, and there's a lot of influence that goes on in that house that's not like I grew up with in my father and my mother's house. There's a lot of impurity, there's a lot of lying, there's a lot of trickery, there's a lot of thievery. There's a lot of people, and especially my Lavan himself, who is doing the antithesis, the opposite of what it says in the Torah, not serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When I go into that house, said Yaakov Avinu, I know what the rule is. It's nearly impossible that the surroundings that you find yourself in and the people that are in your sphere of influence, it's almost impossible that they're not going to have an influence and an impact on who you are. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I don't doubt that if you promise me that I will return to Eretz Yisrael in full health and the like, I have no doubt it will be taken care of. But what I'm nervous about is that when I go into the lion's den of Lavan, and I'm exposed to him and all of his rishus, his wickedness and his impurity, and I'm there for who knows how many years it's going to be, cut off from my father, from my mother, cut off from my chavrusas, my Beis HaMidrash, my yeshiva, cut off from the kedusha of Eretz Yisrael. I'm concerned that perhaps Lovin is going to have an impact and an effect on me. And I will change the way that I look at life. I will change the way that I act. I will diminish my efforts in avodas Hashem, in my service of you, Hashem. And therefore, what I'm asking for right now is a haftacha, is a promise, that if I intend to use my bechira, my free will, for the right things, and I will try my best to elevate myself and lift myself up to override the impurities of love and arasha, I'm asking you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, please, you be maftiach me, you promise me and trust to me that you are going to give me the inner strength and the koyach and the courage and the power and the might to see through all of the years that I will be in that house of the most wicked man in the world, Lovin, as he's spewing forth all of his heresy and all of his impurity and all of his foolishness and all of his hatred of you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Please, I'm asking you, Hashem, I'm making a neder, a vow, that I want you to give me the strength, that I should use my bechira, my free will, in the right way constantly, and instead of going down levels in ruchnius, in spirituality, on the other hand, whatever nisyonos, whatever challenges I will have to go through in the house of Lovin, it should raise me up to a higher madrega, to a higher level of amunah, of bitachon, of avodas Hashem, of avas Yisrael, of yirah shamayim than I ever had before. And that's what Yaakov Avinu was asking for. Bitachon in Hashem, that has nothing to do with me. Hashem says He promised He's going to give me, He's going to take care of me, He's going to bring me back to my Father's house in physical well-being. HaKadosh Baruch Hu already promised that. But what's up to me, that I should utilize my bechira, my free will in the right way, that I should make the right decisions and not allow an impossible situation and impossible people to influence me negatively, that I'm calling upon you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I need more promises from you that you're going to help me through all of this. And in fact, as we will see, not only did Yaakov Avinu pass this challenge with flying colors, but he will eventually tell his brother Esav, you think that you're finding a Yaakov Avinu after 22 years in the house of Lavan as a spiritual weakling? No, you should know, I lived with Lavan for 22 years, and I did not learn from his evil ways a kihuzeh, not even one drop, because I was fortified with amun and bitachon b'Hashem, that if you stay connected to the Ribbono Shel Olam, then there's no way that anything in this world is going to be able to affect you negatively. We should be Zoiche and Yetz Hashem to continue learning from the ways of our Avos HaKadoshim. Yaakov Avinu, the Bechir Sheba Avos, the most praiseworthy and chosen of all the forefathers, teaches us you can be Beiteach Hashem, you can trust in Hashem that things work out. But the things that depend upon us, that we find the inner strength to be able to make the right decisions in life, that we call upon HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Please, Hashem, help us and give us a hand so that we should do what is right in your eyes and be a nachas to you in everything that we do. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful Shabbos.